Let's see which are the main ways to change the colors of the elements of my project. For further details, you can watch the videos of the video manual that are in the chapter Operations on Elements. Okay, here you find all the ways to change the colors, but for the moment, let's see the most used and the main ways to change the colors. The first one is the drag and drop function from the 3D window. I can activate it from here. On the left, I have the folders with the textures and colors and materials of the ArredoCAD library. So, for example, let's take, I don't know, this color. If I want to change the color of these cabinets, I have to press and hold press the left button of the mouse. I have to move on the texture to replace and drop the new texture. So it's very simple, and in this way I can quickly change the colors of these doors. Or I don't know, if I want to change the color of the table and I need a wood color, a middle color, for example, I don't know, this one. Again, I press and hold press the left button of the mouse and I move it on the table and drop it here. Okay, now let's say that I want to change the color of the sofa. So, for example, here I can select the folder of the leather colors. Let's take, I don't know, this one. Okay, now if I move this texture over this cushion, okay, just the color of the cushion changes. Okay, why? Because here the mark is in the checkbox single part. But if I mark the checkbox apply on every typology, let's see what happens. All the cushion typologies will change the color. Okay, the same, for example, if I want to change the color of this of the structure of the table. If I have just single part, okay, let's take from here, I don't know, lacquer colors, for example, white. Okay, just the texture of this component will change. But if I mark the checkbox apply on every typology, all the components that belong to the same typology, table structure, will change at the same time. Okay. Okay, now there, if I want to exit from here, I just click again here. Okay, I have another way to change the color of a group of selected elements. For example, let's say that I want to change the color of the chairs at the same time. So I select the chairs, I click here, okay, modify color of selected elements. Automatically, the texture of the elements will appear. Now I click here, replace with. From here, I can also enter in the color categories. So, and from here, for example, I could take, I don't know, lacquer colors, glossy, white, for example. Press OK, OK again, and just with one click, I have replaced the textures of all the chairs together. Okay, now let's say that now I want to change the colors of my kitchen. Okay, in this case, the drag and drop function is not very practiced because I would have to change the color door by door. Okay, in this case, I can use the model tables. So if I click here, current model finish table, I will find the colors of all the components of the model that I have selected. In this case, I am on the model modern and traditional kitchens. Okay, but if I want to change the colors of the living room, then I have to change the model in this way. I click on model, select model in the project because I have already used the living room. I select modern living rooms, and now here in the model table I will find all the components of my living room. Okay, now let's go back to the kitchen. So I enter in model, select model, modern traditional kitchens. I enter in the model table. From here, I can change the color of the doors. So I click here, for example, wood colors, middle wood colors. Let's take, I don't know, medium one. And the same for the drawers. So wood colors, middle wood colors, and medium one. And now I can choose to apply the selected colors to all the objects or to selected object. Let's apply it to all the objects. So if I press OK, with one click I have changed the color of all the cabinets of the kitchen. Okay, but let's say that I want to change just the color of the wall units. In this case, I just have to select the wall units. I enter again in the model table. From here, I choose a different color for the doors. So, for example, I don't know, Phoenix colors, number 4. And now I click on Apply to Selected Object. Okay, so in this way, I will change just the colors of the wall units. Okay, now let's consider that some elements have a specific table. For example, all the shared accessories like doors and windows have a specific table. So, for example, if I want to change the colors of doors and windows, I have to click on Model and then on Shared Accessories Model Table. Here I find doors and windows. So from here I can choose, I don't know, the wood colors, for example, dark colors. Let's take this one. Okay. Apply to all, press OK, and in this way I've changed the colors of all the doors and windows of my project. Okay, of course, if I wanted to change the color just of these element, I had to select it and then press on Apply to Selected Object.